Okay, so hi everyone. Thank you for joining me in this presentation about iGrad. I do want this to be a really interactive presentation, and I want this to work for you. I want at the end of this for you to have a better understanding of what iGrad is and be able to navigate it. So if there's anything that you want me to do differently or slow down or show you more of along the way, just go ahead and let me know. Feel free to interrupt me if I'm talking, just to be able to get your point across. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share with you. My internet's a little wonky, so I'm going to turn my camera off while I screen share. Can you all see my screen?
It's not looking quite right on my screen, Kelly.
Okay, let me try to stop and do that again. Is that better?
Looks great.
Awesome. All right. So we are going to talk about iGrad. So let me talk to you a little bit about it. So iGrad is actually an award-winning financial literacy platform. It started in 2009. Basically, just a group of people said that they wanted to really target providing more financial literacy to college students. They saw the need for that. So they came up with the idea of iGrad, and it now serves over 1.2 million students. iGrad is pretty awesome because it's interactive. Everything that you do in iGrad is tailored to you based on how you fill out the information when you register. So that's the really nice thing about it, is it will actually provide you content based on your needs. And then once you view that content, it'll provide you even more if you want to delve even further into that topic. So a couple of things that are easy to know is you do sign in with your MyWSU credentials. And then we are also going to talk a little bit about the My Money personality today and some of the modules, just because those are some of the bigger components of iGrad.
Hey, Kelly, I have a quick question on that signing in.
Yeah.
Does that follow your MyWSU information, or does the password, does the password update as you update your Wazoo password?
Yes, it does. As long as you go to, so as you'll see the screenshot on this page, if you just hit login with your MyWSU account, it actually takes you to a MyWSU login page.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. So you log in, if you go to wsu.igrad.com, it'll pop up just like this over here, and you can sign in with that MyWSU login. And as I said to Laurel, that does update as you update your MyWSU password. It'll open your own personalized page. You can change your picture. You can change your cover photo, and then it will be individualized with your progress and your content, which is really nice. And you'll get to see that individualized page set up just for you every time you log in. So just some of the analytics that we see at WSU. Right now we have over 1,900 registered users. I'd like to get that number up even higher. Over 1,400 people have actually completed the financial wellness checkup, which is the first thing you do when you create an account. It's very simple, it takes about 5 minutes, and it just asks you questions about your financial situation, about where you're at. Are you a student? Are you employed full-time? Kind of your situation. And that's how it knows how to provide you the content. And that's how it knows what areas you might need some help in and what areas you have strengths in. Over 2,700 courses have been completed. Over 464 articles have been read, 56 videos, and 198 resumes uploaded. And I will show you some of these tools that are available to you, which are what some of these individuals completed. So, as I said, we're going to do a walkthrough so that I can see it. so that you guys can actually see where to find out this information. But one of my favorite things that I like about iGrad is the My Money personality, or the Your Money personality. And what's really nice about that is it's actually, again, tailored completely to you. You fill out you fill out your money personality, you answer questions just based on your behaviors when it comes to spending, when it comes to saving, and just kind of your relationship with money. And at the end, it provides you with this personalized like little book that goes into every aspect. So you'll have to see it to really kind of understand. But there's things like, are you like apprehensive when it comes to money, or do you like make decisions confidently? And it will go through based on how you answered those questions. And then it will provide you a summary of the pros and cons of that, of some areas that you could maybe improve based on how you answered the questions and what your strengths are, which I think is really helpful. Takes about, I would say, maybe 10 minutes to complete. And then it does save in your account, so you can go back and review that anytime. So there's also the courses. So when you log in, and I will be doing a walkthrough to show you this, there's all these courses. These are really nice if you kind of want to test your knowledge or find out a little bit more about certain areas. You can log in and complete courses. They have them for finding scholarships. We put a list here just of many of, this isn't a complete list, but it lists about 80% of them here, of just so you can see some of the different types of courses that are offered through iGrad. So the budget course is probably one of the most popular. I also find that the student loan courses tend to be extremely popular. People are very interested in that. And then lately I've noticed that there's been gaining a lot of popularity in that protecting yourself from identity theft course. All of them are very good. They're interactive. What they do is you start off completing the course. It tests your knowledge at the beginning. So it kind of gives you a pre-test, and then you go through the module. It's interactive. You read, sometimes there's short videos, and then at the end it quizzes you again, and you can kind of see how far you've come and what exactly that you learned. And you can go back and complete those courses as many times as you would like. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and do a walkthrough and show you guys some things that are available on the website. Feel free to stop me if there's something that I'm not showing you that you would like to see. Okay. And I am going to stop sharing and reshare the correct screen again. Okay. Can you all see my iGrad screen?
Yes.
Thank you, Laura. All right, perfect. So then I'm just going to click up top here to log in with my MyWSU account. And then as you can see, it does go ahead and log me in. You can see that I have updated my picture. I just completed my financial wellness checkup today. And then you'll see that the content that it does offer me is all based on how I've filled out this information. It actually has my student loans in here. I went to school forever, that's why it's so high. And then it has all this top recommended content that's set up for me based on how I have answered these questions. Oh, I am so sorry, did not mean to go that far. Let me go back. Okay. So based on how I answer these questions, all of this is here for me. I can hit see more. I can also X out of it. If I don't like some of the content that it's providing me, I can go ahead and just X out of it, and then it won't pop up with content like that anymore. So anytime I would like, I can come and update my checkup. It does have you complete this financial wellness checkup every time that you're looking good, or every time that you log in. I tend to be, and in my, one of the main questions that it asks you in that checkup is, are you stressed? like, do you feel stressed out when you think about money? Well, I tend to be very apprehensive, even in all my knowledge. Thinking about money, even, no matter what my financial situation, is always just a stressor for me. So that's always indicated in the level of my financial literacy health. So I think that's kind of interesting, because I always answer that question no matter what my financial situation is like. I always answer that question like, yes, it stresses me out. So I did just update my checkup. I can always go to my account here and update anything I can change. It shows all this information about me. It shows I can change my email address here. Basically the things that I want to share with iGrad. So what I want to do is come up here up top and show you some of the most popular things. So I really enjoy this topics section up here at the top. So it first lists the popular topics that you'll see, and then the discover content down here. Like, you can go to start here guides if you just want to find out, like, I'm not sure what I'm interested in. Let me answer some questions that'll tell me. Or if you specifically want to look at webinars or infographics or articles, you can search that way. Or you can, like I said, do the popular topics, or you can click over here to visit topics. And this will take you to an inclusive list here of everything. So again, on topics, it's going to pop up with content related to our university. So that's why you have things real specific to WSU. I do have student loans pulled in, so it always makes those a high priority for me because it knows I'm working on paying those off. There's new topics, but you can see it's broken down. If you know specifically what you would like to look into, if you want to learn more about budgeting, you can come and click this budgeting topic. And then everything that's related to budgeting, you'll get articles, quizzes. You can just keep going down once you get into that topic. I have been using iGrad since before WSU got it, when I used the demo, and I tell you what, I still find new articles and new things that I have not found before just by exploring through here. There's just so many things. You can see more topics, hit topics A to Z. I'm going to see basically every single thing from banking, behavioral finance, everything that you want to see, you can come here and learn. There's a lot of information, but they have it set up in a way to where you shouldn't get overwhelmed, because you can come and find exactly what you're looking for and then just get a multitude of information based specifically on that. It just keeps going and going. I mean, they have a section down here just on paying for school, all about the FAFSA. So I really encourage you to check out this topic section when you do set up an account. I think that's great. Specifically, if you're more interested in just testing your knowledge, you can come over here to this courses tab. Here it shows you the different courses that there are. It shows what level they are, whether it's an introductory or advanced course. And again, they're all listed right here. Setting up an emergency fund. There's a few different ones on credit. There's a few different ones on student loans. Lots on finding jobs, investing. It's just a very large list that is all very, very helpful. I also particularly like the tools featured over here. That Your Money Personality is one of the tools that's listed. You can see it right here. So I do encourage all of you to complete this. I like how they put it, understanding the why behind your money decisions. And then you can kind of start thinking about those things and kind of what, how you think influences the decisions you make. So you can get your analysis. You just click here, you can fill it out. I've already done mine. So if I just click view my money personality, it's always sitting right here for me. You can click through this book. You can see how your emotions, your outlook, your focus, your influence, and it goes through here. It explains everything, the science behind it. It's really pretty interesting, and it's really pretty telling, and it really helps me actually in making decisions about my finances. So there's that.
Kelly,
Yes.
with My Money Personality, is that something that can be retaken over time, or is it considered to be something that stays pretty consistent through your life?
You can retake it, and your money personalities can change. You know, just as your confidence levels change as you become, I mean, it definitely can change, I would say. I noticed that in many areas, mine has continued to stay the same, but it's also gotten, it's also changed in other areas, like just in my confidence levels alone. So you can take it again. I don't think it's something you need to take as often as you're taking that financial wellness checkup, but the Your Money Personality, maybe yearly, to see. I mean, you could always go and compare and see if there's been any changes.
Thank you.
Great question. So scholarship search, I've used this a little bit. We do have a great scholarship search at WSU, but this definitely, I mean, you can never have too many scholarship searches, too many ways to find more free money to pay for school. So this is not utilized enough in my opinion, but they do have it here. You can search for different kinds. It's, you know, based on education, different eligibility factors, all different things. So definitely another tool that's available there for you to use.
Are those going to be specific to like general scholarships that anyone can apply for? Are they going to be specific to Wazoo?
Very good question. Those are not specific to Washington State University. Those are just general scholarships. And that's why it might be a good idea to check out this scholarship search along with the one at WSU, because you might be finding different scholarships on either of those. These are general scholarships. They've all been vetted. They are all legitimate, just the same as the WSU website. But there's a chance that there might be some on one that are not on the other, because new scholarships are coming out every day. And it takes time for people to vet those and get those up on the website. So great question, Laurel. Okay. Also with student loan snapshot. This is what I was showing you guys on my own page. I don't really want the interactive exercise, thank you. But I just wanted to see, you can track all your student loans in one place. You have to actually fill out the thing, which I'm not going to do again, but you fill out questions, and then it actually allows you to go into the National Student Loan Database. As long as you have your FSA ID, the same way you fill out your FAFSA, you can download your student loans right there. So mine are there in real time. When I make a payment, it's noted, all of that right there on that student loan snapshot. One of my favorite things about iGrad. Well, in some ways, sometimes it can be a little depressing because I want that number to go down faster, but it is really nice to have it there right at my fingertips to be able to see. We're back on tools here. Let's see here. The resume critique. I have not used this myself. I have students who have used it and have gotten really good feedback on their resume. So it's really simple. All you do is upload it and they get back to you within a certain amount of time and give you some feedback on improving that resume. I say it's a free feature for you. Why not use it? There's also the job search. This one, again, is one I'm not overly familiar with just because we have great resources specifically at WSU, but definitely a good thing to check out for sure. The budget. So I've done this a few different times. I purposely made it blank before sharing this with you all, but you can actually keep your budget right here on iGrad, and I love this. You can put your income in. You can put your student loans in. You can pull those in from that student loan tool that we already went over. You put your expenses in, and then it's going to be real time, and you can just go in and change this every month as needed, and it's just going to sit here and be here for you. It's going to show you everything. It'll give you an analysis based on those goals you have set. It's really nice, really interactive, and really personalized. And then it also gives you some resources to kind of, get going.
So do you need to input, so you input, say, your expenses on groceries or housing. Do you go in and then fill that in every month? Or is there a way for it to like pull from your cards?
I don't know that there's a way to pull it in, but it'll stay there until if you need to update it, you have to manually update it. So like your housing's probably the same every month, but this utilities, you might be going in and updating that, and you could see how it would switch. So that's not something, I wish it did pull in off your card. Laurel, you should actually send me an email about that. I'm going to take that to the people at iGrad, because I think that would be a really good feature that we could try to get added, is if you could tie that to your actual accounts.
Noted.
Great idea. Regardless, even without that, this is a pretty cool feature. You do have to update some things manually, but not a bad thing, because really you should be being very close with your budget anyway. Even more than monthly, you should be looking at this and definitely updating it. You should be knowing when your grocery bill goes up and down, and when those other expenses that aren't fixed go up and down. So not always a bad thing if you do have to manually enter some things, because it keeps you paying attention and knowing exactly where everything's going. So those are probably the main things that I want to point out on the tools. Really some amazing tools here. The other thing is they've got this whole section on COVID-19. Obviously, that is a little bit newer. What's interesting is this is actually moved to be the top, the second top resource that students are accessing at WSU right now is the COVID-19 related resources. So there's different guides, there's many different things, personal finance, investments, how your education can be affected, just lots of different things that can bring it kind of real world for all of you. I mean, that was like a really fast overview. There's still a lot that we could explore that has not been explored. Definitely don't want to overwhelm any of you all, but want to make sure that we are taking a look and getting a feel for it and making sure that you all are comfortable using this. I will also note that there also is the chat feature down here. I have checked it out before, just out of curiosity. They are pretty fast at getting back to you if there's something that you're looking for and cannot find. That also being said, that if there's something you're looking for and cannot find, always feel free to email me. More than happy to help you find that and to provide resources for you. There's also a really extensive search, so almost anything that you're looking for, you can find just by putting it in this search bar. I was asked by another administrator up at WSU, is there any resources for students who are also parents? And I was like, that's a really small demographic of students, but let's see what there is. And so I literally just typed in students who are parents. And I actually came up with all these resources that I did not know that were available, just because that's not the population of students that I deal with very often, but I was more than happy to find it. And so they have some of these that are like, these might be helpful for you. And then they actually go into some different articles. And I found some very specific things. So it was nice, and it is helpful. And the search is really exhaustive and really helpful. Does anyone have any questions? Does anyone want me to go look at something more closely? Anything like that? Do you all feel like you're going to have an easier time using iGrad? Is it what you thought it was?
Got a lot more than I would have expected, which is really exciting.
Yeah. And one of the things that I like most about it is it really tailors itself to whatever type of learner that you are. That's why there's articles to read, there's videos to watch, there's quizzes, there's blogs, there's all sorts of different things. And I appreciate that so much, because we all know that two people don't learn the same. And so maybe, one of you is going to learn better by going and viewing a video, while another of you wants to go read that article. And that's really one thing, or even the infographics that are really helpful. If you're a really visual person and you actually just want to see it, you can find it here. And that's really what I like. And plus, it keeps you engaged when you do need to complete those courses. Really helpful. Does anyone have any questions? No? Okay. Well, I went ahead and stopped sharing. I'm going to turn on my video for a minute. We did finish much earlier than I would like. Didn't know how much time the walkthrough would take because I wasn't sure what you all would want to see. Do remember that I am here. I'm going to go ahead and drop my email into the chat for you all. If you have any questions about iGrad or anything financial literacy related at all, please feel free to reach out to me. You are very welcome. I do hope this was informative. Don't forget to attend more events. We're handing out raffle tickets for every single event attended. If you attended events last week and your name was not called, those tickets are still there. So every event you attend heightens your chances of winning. We're still handing out one more Cougar water bottle, lots of WSU beanies, $50 gift card, $100 gift card, both to the bookie and a WSU food backpack. So come to more events. I hope to see you there. And watch for us at 4:30 on Friday. We are completing our raffles. Really happy to hear you're excited to use iGrad, and you guys let me know if you have any other questions. Other than that, we can go ahead and end this session today, and you all have a great day. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.